But I love to tell you something about what I heard Soft Man say this morning, but I don't know if I can share it.
What Soft Man say?
Huh?
What Soft Man say?
I don't know if I can share it. If he was having a discussion with Sheffield.
Oh boy. Sheffield's
so
discussions
from
are
Sheffield
very...
that's
why I say, oh boy, because...
If Sheffield in it, or Coulson in it,
hey, when
it can't go public.
You have to be very
it can't go
careful,
public. All right, what's the first one, my friend?
The first one is that recording artist has been charged with murder and arson. The police have arrested and charged 23-year-old Shaquille Clark, otherwise called Kada, a recording artist of Buff Bay, with murder and arson. He was charged for the murder of 30-year-old Miguel Williams in Sterling Castle Heights on April 17th last year. Yeah. He turned himself into the police, they said, and apparently the story goes that about 3:45 last year, April 17, Williams was beaten, set ablaze, and his house torched.
This is the young girl that they found, and they were suggesting that this gentleman had something to do with it. So
right.
Is it Kada or Quada? Yeah,
Quada. Quada. Oh,
yeah, I think so.
Quada.
Well, court date has been set. He's been charged. He's not been convicted.
Oh, that's it hasn't been finalized.
Tough one. You can't. The jungle justice thing can't work still.
And here we go.
You understand why people get up in arms when a young lady or a young girl, she's kidnapped and all kinds of stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Harsher sanctions for owners of dogs that attack people. We've been hearing a couple of stories, and one very terrible one from, I think it was Cooper's Hill, that the teacher was bitten badly. Mm-hmm. And I will quote that the minister with oversight for education, youth and information, Mr. Samuda, says, I'm sure, speaking of the teacher, I'm sure she's going to bear the effects of that attack for the rest of her life. She's being attended to as we speak. It will require a lot of work beyond the particular hospital treatment that she has received. So Cabinet approved by repealing and replacing the old law with a new one that will provide for criminal and civil liability for an owner of a dog that attacks, injures, or causes the death of a person.
Yeah, man. I'm all for that. You're supposed to bear that
I am for that, but we have to be careful that... No, I'm for that. But we also have to be careful that we don't sometimes put ourselves in harm's way, you know?
Understood.
In other words, if you're walking in a home that have bad dogs and you know, understand that you see the sign, bad dog, and you decide to walk in and you're hurt. So
you mean into a home?
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Oh, most definitely. That's not your property, so if you're going to do that, then fine. But as long as it's on your property, then...
Yeah. This is not one of our hot topics, but they were talking about the reports about the Caribbean Maritime.
Tom. You're gone in
the Auditor General's special audit report that has not been made public, but apparently the Gleaner got a hold of it. And it says, the headline says, CMU plunder. Pinnock Education Ministry officials wrapped for culture of cover-up and splurge.
Splurge?
Well, splurge kind of mean that you're spending money that you probably shouldn't be spending. And you're spending money on things that you shouldn't be spending. And one thing that came up, I'm going to move it now, the great Deborah. One thing that came up that I read here, questions have been raised in the Auditor General's report about a US $10,440 that had been reimbursed to the CMU president for costs associated with a trip he made to Oxford, England in 2016 to collect an award that appeared to be of a personal nature.
And yet there is repaid.
Yeah, so we will hear more. Parliament hasn't, I don't know if released is the right word, but they haven't read it out yet. And the Gleaner reporter actually said he didn't want to get into any more because it has not been officially...
As they allowed the officials to release
that's strange. Yeah. All right, what's the last one?
Last one, you ever hear about a whale that can fly?
No. Never heard of a flying whale.
You know, a beluga is a whale?
A beluga?
Well, yeah. So,
a beluga.
They've got a plane called the Airbus Beluga XL. And...
What, it look like a whale?
I guess it's big like a whale because it's more cargo. There you go, look at it.
Yeah, it look like a whale.
It look more like a dolphin.
Yeah, like dolphin.
But yeah, okay, me get it. And guess what? It's a cargo plane, really, for now. But it will affect everybody else. And you know, with all the controversy with the Boeing 747 and all of those being pulled, we need some reliable air transportation.
You like to fly?
I do.
Not to travel, you know, to fly.
I do.
Because some people love to travel but don't like to fly.
No, I do.
So you like to fly?
Yeah, man. I did.
And you like to travel?
Yes, I did a couple of years of touring with Father Holong and friends, and after that I got a little sick of it. But then when I didn't do it so much, and I actually look forward to it.
What's the best part of flying?
The flying or the traveling?
The flying. Which part? Taking off, landing, just up there, what?
I love to look down. Like, so that's why I always prefer to have a window seat, because it's just, I just like the feeling of...
Yeah, can you just go upstairs just on?
No, it's not the same. 33,000 feet is quite different from looking from upstairs.
No, you never said that, you know. You say you love to look down, which is because you couldn't just go
Apologies. Let me adjust my statement. I like the feeling of being 33,000.
Really want to share Softman's story, you know, man.
No, I tell you, if it have anything to do with Sheffield, it's not allowed on air. Sheffield, stop skin your teeth. We're not going to do it.
Okay, Sheffield, we just make them lock the door.
Yeah, and then him walk out and come to work tomorrow morning when we get locked up. I'm not responsible for Sheffield's opinions.